Alrighty, the last movie we watched this week was Dylan's pick, the 2021 film Godzilla vs. Kong, which is going to be described by Tanner.
Godzilla vs. Kong. We opened to King Kong. He's hanging out in the jungle, and then he fucking throws a tree, and it pierces the sky! He is in a big dome. On Skull Island. We then cut to, I believe, Millie Bobby Brown. She's gotten really into QAnon. She is all about that shit, man. And then Godzilla shows up and he attacks this facility for this company called Apex Cybernetics. They're making some wacky shit that Godzilla is interested in. And then there's a scientist who is approached by the CEO of Apex, and he's like, hey, you're that guy that wrote a book about the Hollow Earth. We want to go to the Hollow Earth to get a energy source or something. And he's like, sure. And then he's like, I know how we can find the Hollow Earth. King Kong is from there, and so if we bring him to one of the entrances, he'll be able to guide us to the place. And so they get King Kong and they put him on a boat and they're sailing to Antarctica. On the way, Godzilla intercepts them because he doesn't like Big Monkey, and they fight. Whoa, boom, pow, look at the big punch, the monkey punch! And King Kong is thoroughly defeated, and Godzilla fucks off for now, I guess. They make it to Antarctica and the entrance, and they lie to Kong and say, maybe your family is down there. And so he starts running down there, and they get in their little hovercrafts and fly down. They are in Middle Earth. They run around. It's cool and interesting in there. They wind up in this weird temple thing where the monkey finds an axe made out of the scale of a Godzilla. The axe then powers a thing which reveals the energy source they were looking for. They get a sample and then just beam up instructions on what the thing is, I guess, to the people in Apex, and they're able to recreate it, which then powers the robot they have that I forgot to mention. They have Mechagodzilla, which is being powered with King Ghidorah's heads. Because they're telepathic and blah, 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 blah. And then Godzilla shows up in Hong Kong to fuck up Mechagodzilla because he doesn't like that he exists, but he senses that King Kong is fucking around in the Hollow Earth, and so he uses his atomic breath to burrow straight into the Hollow Earth. King Kong climbs out, they fight, King Kong wins, and then they fight for 2 more seconds, and he loses. And Godzilla proceeds to fight Mechagodzilla, and King Kong shows up, and they're like, Mechagodzilla's the real threat! And they team up, and they fight, and they beat him, and the end.
Holy shit, longest summary of all time.
This movie's pretty silly. Anyways, let's get on to the ranks.
Yeah, let's get on to my haiku, actually.
You forgot about your haiku for Spider-Verse.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I don't remember hearing it.
I remember saying it, so...
Alas, you're going to hear in the episode that you completely forgot about it. Dub for us!
Okay, here's the dub for my Across the Spider-Verse haiku.
No.
Family drama. Spider-Verse is in danger. Kill your dad, Miles!
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't. Maybe I only thought I said it. But the Godzilla vs. Kong haiku is, Kong is sad monkey. Godzilla is on the hunt. They love each other.
Alright, so, we've reviewed some of these movies already. Just go ahead and copy and paste all of my other reviews that we've had and just put it here. It's exactly the same.
Yeah, it's schlock. The monster fights are pretty neat. Most of it's boring. The cinematography is good.
I wouldn't go that far. I think sometimes it's good. Most of the time it's just fucking whatever.
The cinematography is sometimes good. The monsters look good. It's, yeah.
Yeah, you get what you see on the box with this movie, alright?
Yeah, there are no surprises to be had here.
Yeah.
I like Jackson laughing at the fact we knew it was called Mechagodzilla.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was a joke. I didn't know Mechagodzilla was a thing. Yeah. When it popped up on screen, I was like, oh, that's fucking silly.
Speaking of Mechagodzilla, by the way, like, in terms of the plot, why did it even need to go on a rampage in the first place? Like, it literally changes nothing about the story. It's still gonna fight King Kong and Godzilla either way.
It's so that we, the audience, can sympathize with it less.
Okay.
I think it's literally just supposed to, like, really drive home that the corporation's evil and we should be looking to these big monsters for protection instead.
We need to take away agency from humanity.
Yeah, I'm with the corporation. I think being able to autonomize that ourselves is pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah, same.
I agree. Jackson, you're telling me you're not familiar with this guy right here.
Oh, it looks so fucking stupid. I think it looks pretty dumb in the movie as well. It's a very unintimidating thing. I think it's just because it's so, like, not fleshed out. I also think Godzilla looks fucking stupid, but that's, like, I just don't like the good design of Godzilla. And Mechagodzilla just looks a little goofy to me.
Jackson doesn't like kaiju.
Alright, Blake, what's your one-sentence review of this film?
I mean, it was entertaining to a degree, but, like, as a whole, like, I feel like it's a little, like, kind of cheesy.
Fantastic. I'm happy to hear it, dude.
Based.
I was just gonna say, I kind of like Mechagodzilla. I think his design is kind of weak, but I like some of the shit he does. I like the fact, actually, you know what? The only thing I really like about him is that he has rocket boosters that let him, like, fling himself when he punches. I thought that shit was cool, but that I'm now realizing that's about it.
I will say, yeah, no, I kind of agree with you, Tanner. I don't like his design at all. I think his design's goofy, but I do think he is an intimidating figure. Like, imagine being Godzilla and just having some fucking mecha thing just tearing you apart, like picking up and just like blasting you with a laser at point blank range. It's like just really brutal in the way it does it. I think they portrayed that well.
And with that said, Blake, what are you rating this movie?
I'm gonna have to go C for this one.
That's honestly a pretty solid ranking. I'm thinking, probably a C for me as well.
Really? Okay, so Nico.
Yeah.
Do you think this one is better than King of the Monsters then?
Yes.
Okay.
I also got very little at King of the Monsters, so...
I think this one is on par with King of the Monsters, so I'm going to give it the same rank at a B.
Yeah, I probably need to lower my King of the Monsters rating. I was, like, fucking insanely zoned out of that movie. I gave this one a C, though.
And, of course, Dylan gave an S tier.
Yeah, he gave it a fucking S.
Yeah.
Ridiculous, as they say. Anyways, that
again, like, hold on, can I just...
Yeah.
So Dylan's defense often is that, no, I'm just a fan of these movies. I've seen all these movies. I know all the lore. I watch all the same YouTube videos he watches. I guarantee you I have far more in-depth Godzilla knowledge than he does. And I can objectively judge that these movies are not very good.
I want to, like, watch these movies with him because I want to see his, like, in-person reaction here to this stuff. Like, I want, like, in my head, I don't know how the fuck he can rate this shit in S tier, because, like, I rated the first Spider-Verse movie in S tier, and it's crazy to me that he thinks that this movie is on the same tier as, like, Spider-Verse to me. Like, I can't conceptualize that at all. Yeah. Like, when the fucking three goofballs, the fucking two kids and, like, the adult guy were doing their stupid, dumb hijinks, oh no, we're stuck in the box, was he busting a gut or something? Yeah. What am I missing here?
What is the emotional... the emotional reaction he's having.
It's beyond me.
Maybe when he inevitably makes us watch Godzilla X Kong New Empire or New Kingdom or whatever the fuck. You know what? We should allow him to pick that one for his movie of the week, and then we can go and watch it with him in the theater, and then we can observe for ourselves how he's reacting.
We don't watch the movie whatsoever, we just stare at him. Well, with that said, though, boys...
What did it end up as?
To put it at a B- overall.
Wow.
Okay.